Yes.
So, just for can you say and spell your first last name for us?
Yes. I'm Dr. Benjamin F. Chavis Jr., member of the Wilmington, North Carolina 10.
And sad occasion that everybody is getting together. But tell me some of your memories of back in Wilmington 10, how you all have stayed connected, and what you've done as well.
Well, members of the Wilmington 10, we're here today. Marvin Chili Patrick was the fifth member of the Wilmington 10 to pass away. So there are only 5 of us who remain alive. The 1971, Wilmington was engulfed in a racial crisis over school desegregation. And the thing that we will always remember about Marvin Chili Patrick was, at a young age, he dedicated his life to racial justice, to equal justice, to fairness. Not only in Wilmington, but the Wilmington 10 case became a cause célèbre for human rights and civil rights all over the world. So we're here in 2020 to pay our respects and to rededicate ourselves to the life that Marvin Chili Patrick exemplified, and that is standing up for what's right, standing up to end racial injustice. And if we look back in Wilmington, North Carolina today versus as it was in 1971 or 1972, we made progress. But the truth is we still have a long ways to go. And I think that we've come today to this graveside memorial for Marvin Chili Patrick to rededicate ourselves to make sure that every child of God is treated fairly, is treated equally, and should not be discriminated against because of race or ethnicity or language or any other circumstance. So on the one hand, we are sad today, but on the other hand, we celebrate the life of Marvin Chili Patrick and all the members of the Wilmington 10 who stood for so long for equal and racial justice. And we have to continue to stand even as we go now in from 2020 to 2021.
How did he keep fighting for racial justice even past the time of the Wilmington 10 as you all continue to grow older?
Well, the incident happened in the early 1970s. We spent most of the 1970s in and out of prisons and jails. And even after the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals overturned our convictions in 1980, we still needed to stand up for racial justice in Wilmington and around the world. I live in Washington, D.C. I'm a North Carolina native. And of course, meeting young people. I was 23 years old at the time. Marvin Chili Patrick was 19 years old. So most of the members of Wilmington 10 were teenagers. And their dedication, their courage serves as a reminder and an inspiration to the generation today to keep pushing, to keep standing up for that which is right. I think our nation is a better place because of the Wilmington 10. Our state is a better state in North Carolina. And the city of Wilmington and New Hanover County are better places because of the dedication and the sacrifice of the Wilmington 10.
I think I'm gonna do it, yeah. I think I just have one more question. So this is just, about life as we know it right now.
Sure.
With so much violence that's been going on, especially gun violence within, the city, the county, or New Hanover County, and also the country. Can you speak on that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. What we learned, one of the lessons for the Wilmington 10 is that violence begets violence. Injustice begets injustice. We've come out of a tradition of Martin Luther King Jr. where you struggle for rights, but you do it nonviolently. And I think the fact that we still have gun violence, we still have even gang in Wilmington that did not used to be. We've got some problems that still need to be dealt with. But I'm hopeful. I think one of the enduring lessons of the Wilmington 10 case is that no matter how things may look bad, you can change things. But it takes everybody to dedicate, everybody should vote, everybody should participate, and everybody should try to we should try to end those things in society that hurt people. And gun violence is a thing that hurts people. I think poverty hurts people. The lack of adequate health care hurts people. So there's still a lot of ills we still need to resolve and change. But again, we are hopeful, and when we think of the life and the commitment of a person like Marvin Patrick, that should inspire a new generation of civil rights workers, a new generation of activists, a new generation of change makers. And so for me, when I come back to Wilmington today, I'm more hopeful in 2020 as we go into 2021 than I was when I first came here in 1971.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for coming.